Now that we know what air pollutants are, we are going to be looking at the different specific types of pollution so we can learn where they come from and what causes them, and by doing this we can find ways to prevent them or maybe lessen the damage they cause. And since we're working with dangerous chemicals, safety first. So yes, we are working on the different types of air pollution. Now, the first one that we worked with, demonstrated by the coffee in our air experiment, sulfur dioxide is SO2, and it's caused by the burning of coal, oil, and diesel fuel. Now, sulfur can also come from smelting, which is, burning minerals and different mined products. By burning them and releasing the sulfur inside there, and it's in a lot of them, that creates sulfur dioxide to go into the atmosphere and cause some pollution. And the next pollutant that we are going to be working with is ozone pollutants. This was represented by our lemonade in the air experiment. Ozone pollutant is O3. This is actually regulated by the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency in the U.S., to try to limit it because the ozone layer is what prevents the sun's radiation from hitting Earth. And by depleting the ozone layer and more radiation and more heat coming to Earth, the amount of, the temperature rises, the amount of radiation, of course, which is never good, increases. And the thing about ozone dissolvents is that it can come from, burning coal or, burning natural gas like, cars come from chemical plants, but household items, for instance, a big controversy in America's history was aerosol bottles. Now, these were found to release a lot of ozone dissolvents, mainly CFCs or chlorofluorocarbons. Now, there was a new regulation added that replaced all these chlorofluorocarbons, the dangerous stuff in the aerosol bottles, with new materials to try to prevent the dangers from the ozone depletants. Whew. The next we worked with was nitrous oxide. This was represented by our NyQuil in the air experiment. And this is caused by fuel burning at high temperatures, power plants, chemical plants, industrial burning, stuff like that. This is mainly caused, and a big contributor, from transportation, cars, diesel, any type of fuel being burned. That's where a lot of this pollution comes from. And the very last one we had was carbon pollutants. This was represented by Dr. Pepper in our air experiment. And carbon pollutants are caused by the burning of coal, gas, and oil, or just the typical fossil fuels. Another big cause of carbon pollutants is from deforestation, because every plant, and even in the ground, they're all made up of mainly carbon. So when you cut down massive swaths of rainforests or forests for timber, you release a lot of these carbons, and this goes into the atmosphere and creates your carbon pollutants, such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide.